What's good, y'all? YouTube fam, YouTube familiar, Wagwan, Bumaclot. It's your boy Damien, aka Ross Mindset, back with yet another video. I didn't really think I was gonna do another video, man. I thought I was really done. I thought I just wanted to do that one and done video, but like I keep saying, man, when I'm at work, as a matter of fact, I'm in the exact same setting as I was yesterday, except it's a little bit lighter outside, but I'm gonna walk around a bit. It's just like a field in the schoolyard by my crib. But yeah, man, you boys back with it. Yeah, like I was saying, when I'm at work, man, I just be inspired to do shit. I just be inspired by just what I see and experience on a daily basis. Just how, I don't know, man, it's just something that just ignites within me to really speak on certain topics that I feel like people out there can relate to. And it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. And not just crazy, but just sad. And I don't mean to be one of these like Debbie Downers or pessimistic people, man, but you gotta really, you can't, everything ain't rainbows and roses and daisies, man. It's like the state of like manhood, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro, but I don't know if it's me or if it's like the area I live in or what they put in the food, but man, bro, today's men today, man, it's like, especially compared to like 50 years ago, and I'm not one of these like right-leaning people who like want to like bring things back, or like Christian fundamentalists or like extremists or nothing like that, even though I consider myself to be somewhat of a person who like is a moderate, or who like, you know, is a kind of a nonconformist, not like, you know, fake woke, or not like one of these ridiculous terms some of these insecure people want to come up with. But I'm just one of these people who likes to be in between and kind of like take influences from like different sides, you know. I mean, I used to be like one-sided politically and racially and all that, but things just don't make sense when you're just on one side, because it's just like, you know, I'm a firm believer in like, you know, yin and yang and Taoism and stuff, to where, you know, if there are two sides to one thing, then it's kind of the same thing, but, you know, they're like, there's still, yeah, you know, it's still two sides, but it's still on the same thing, or same topic, or same planet, same anything, you know. But yeah, I'm not one of these people that are like far left, far right, conservative, liberal, etc., etc. I'm just a dude who just bases my perspective of life based on like what I personally experienced, and I'm not always correct. I'm not. Sorry about that. We got cut off. I think my Bluetooth like interfered with it, so it like shut down the video. But anyway, yeah, I'm not one of these people who are like on either extreme. I'm just a guy who just bases my experiences, you know, base my perspective off my experiences. But yeah, man, the state of manhood, it's really sad to just look out and just see how people want to, it's like they don't know what exactly they live for. I don't understand. And I keep trying. This is why I kind of make this channel, is because I'm trying to like help people. I want to be some kind of pivotal of change, and I really feel like a part of this has to do with how I grew up compared to how other people grew up. I grew up in very unique circumstances, unlike my fellow brethren out here. Like, for example, I grew up in the hood with like my mom and two sisters, and my dad was like around in and out the house. And then, you know, things happened to where I moved up here to Washington State, and with my dad, and I grew up ever since I was 8 years old with my dad, and that played an important role in how I see the world compared to most people. And it gave me a lot of things to live for, just based off of how I grew up. You know, my dad was in the Navy, so he tried to instill certain values within me and tried to get me to join the military, but I was like, fuck that. And it kind of shaped everything, like my look and the way I think and every single thing. And I'm not perfect, and I could be much further in life than where I am now if I had listened more to my father. But I'm still in a better place than most people, and that's because I'm independent, man. I don't really need validation from other men or validation from women or need anybody's approval to tell me what to think and how I am and whatnot. And it's just sad to see some people out here are just obsessed with what you're doing, even though you're really walking down a narrow path and you're walking a straight path, and you're almost oblivious to what everyone else is doing, and you're just you'll turn and be like, oh, good job, I hope you do better, I hope you're exercising, I hope you achieve your dreams. But there's some people out here who really don't have a clue of who they are, and it's their purpose is to bring others down or to have some kind of secret motive to get the things they want, the temporary pleasures they want, and they don't have anything bigger to live for or look forward to. And this is why they're not as far as they should be. This is why they're not as disciplined as they should be. This is why they are stuck looking at others for what they live for. Their entire sole purpose in life is to look at what someone else is doing or to be involved in some kind of a group or something. I'm not even talking about gangs or nothing. I'm just talking about how people just can't be alone. And I just never understood how people just can't be alone. I'm not saying, oh, you should be a lone wolf and a hermit. No, that's not good. We're social creatures. But what I'm trying to get at is it's okay to be able to have introspective and be able to look within to find a deeper sense of meaning in life. And when I look out, man, and I see people, getting on, and especially the whole social media thing, I'm really thinking about just going ghost and just deleting it all until, only using it for business purposes. And as a matter of fact, I probably should, because it's getting ridiculous, man. Just get on and just see the type of things people share about how they're always depressed and sad, and then they rely on these other dudes or women or anyone who shares memes to get their little dopamine rush, and then they're complaining about how they're down again. It's dude, how about you get up? How about you change something? How about you get off of social media? How about you not rely on other people for your source of happiness? And that's a big issue, even amongst women, man. It's people rely on other people as a source for validation and happiness and guidance, when it should come from things that are outside of people, like religion. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm not too much into religion, but it should come from where you came from, or what brings you joy, or what brings you meaning in life. But when I look out, man, and I see people, it's what brings them life is validation from other people. And it's people aren't always going to be there for you. I've learned this the hard way. People have other things going on. They're mostly for themselves, really, because everybody wants the best for themselves. That's just how we are as creatures. But what I'm trying to get at is people aren't always going to be there for you. So it's if your source is in someone else instead of within, then you don't have a consistent source to look to in order to find a deeper meaning in life, or in order to find fulfillment or happiness. It should always come from within, not external factors like social media and all these likes and needing to get on and try to impress people, and needing to share certain things in order to get likes and stuff, man. I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live their life. I'm not I'm definitely not that type of person. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to speak on why there's a lot of just misery and why there's so much shallowness, especially amongst men. Because, I can't really speak about women. I'm not a woman. I'll let women do that job, but just growing up under a single father, man, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy to see the difference between me and someone else. And I'm not saying I'm special or nothing, but I've noticed this amongst other people who've grown up amongst single fathers. I'm not saying we're perfect or nothing. I firmly believe if people grew up in a 2-parent household, that would be the most effective way of growing up, not under a single parent household, because there's so many issues that come along with growing up in a single parent household. But I'm just saying, just overall masculinity is just in a decline. And, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of other issues, man. Just like, mental health, man. And just, knowing who you are and what you stand for and having values and morals. And overall, it's just going to lead to an overall decay in our society. And again, I don't mean to sound like some pessimistic person, but I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just being real. Because to be honest, what inspired me to make this video, man, is just some friends out here, or so-called friends. I don't even know what a friend is anymore, man, because it just feels like nobody really knows what they live for. And I know exactly what I live for. I've always known what I lived for, and yet everyone wants to cast me. I'm not trying. And again, before I get into that, I'm not really trying to cast myself away some kind of victim or oh feel bad for me. No, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just saying this is why I become a prime target amongst people who don't know what they live for, who all they do, they may have a girlfriend or something, or something that I don't have, but that doesn't mean anything when you don't have anything that you're striving for. That's all you have is a girlfriend, or all you do is play video games, or all you in order to get a rush, you gotta, I've been saying, find it in external factors, man, instead of internally. And it's just sad. I just hope it gets better, man. You can always be a beacon of change, man. I always believe that you can definitely be sorry, I was getting a call, but yeah, you can definitely be a beacon of hope and change. But yeah, man, that's all I really had to say, man. It's just crazy, man. I hope it gets better, but I'm going to try to be a positive example out here. I'm going to try to be a beacon of hope and inspiration to people out here who really want to do the right thing out here. But yeah, that's all I really got, y'all. I appreciate it for tuning in. I just wanted to just let that out. Yeah, until next time, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Peace.